that way there. If I can, like, stop the glare of the sun.
I never could stop the glare of the sun. I don't really know what this video is. Like 10 years ago, if I get this up on time, on this exact day 10 years ago, I was given a Pokemon trading card game case. And at the time I watched a lot of Pokemon card unboxings. So I figured I finally have something to record. I might as well do it. It's been 10 years. Probably been 10 years since I really watched Pokemon card unboxings or know anything about it. I don't even know what these are. These aren't the packs. I think this is going to be a rambling video. I never did Pokemon trading card unboxings again because I didn't think the video was good at the time, I don't think. I put the 10-year anniversary special out on the actual 10-year anniversary. This is part 2 of that, basically. And it was a plush video and no one watched it because why would you... If you're here for gameplay videos, which the entire rest of the channel is at this point, why would you then show up for a plush video? So I will have to start a new channel for that. I don't know if these are going to be the same. I think it's 2 from the back. Is it 2 from the back? Everyone does it different. If I turn this over and it's immediately the good card, that's on me. Again, it's been 10 years. I think I did that, right? It's an energy card. Energy. Yeah. Maybe it would just be cool to talk about like the phases of this channel. It's been 10 years. A lot has happened. When I first started, the first thing I did was a Pokemon unboxing. But that was a Christmas gift. I didn't have money of my own at the time. So I didn't do another one. I think I always wanted to do plush videos. I don't know why I didn't start with it. I think I wanted something different first. I wanted to do variety of things. That's something that I've always been very stubborn about, is I wanted to do everything I could on one channel. And maybe it would have worked back then. It's definitely not how it works now. So the first era really was the plush videos, the first wave of plush videos, which were fun. I loved doing those. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't edit the first one at all. It abruptly cuts at the end because the storage on that camera that I was using really only had 5 minutes worth of filming on it. And that's why it just cuts off abruptly. Right before Mario can deliver the final line. I think the very last word is cut off, but I remembered what it was 10 years later. So when I did the remake, big reveal, we get to figure out what it was. Whoa. Anyway, then I discovered the YouTube built-in editor. How marvelous it was. You could add video and cut it, and I think add audio. That was about all it offered. That was about all I needed for the first few videos because I didn't know how to edit. So my second video was the first one that, or not second, my second plush video, which would be the third video, I believe was the first one to ever be edited because the whole thing was too big for one single storage round on that camera. So I recorded for the first 5 minutes, camera ran out of storage, I uploaded that to my laptop, recorded the second half of the video, and then the first edit I ever did was just taking those two and just putting them next to each other. That's it. The second part, I believe I cut some stuff out because I messed some stuff up. I had some bad takes, I did all that stuff. So it was my first time figuring out how to cut things. And then after that, the whole world was open. I was able to finally do a bit more quote-unquote ambitious projects. Mario's Pirate Adventure, the story of the flap top, that sort of thing. And at the time I was really proud of those. I can't watch them anymore. It hurts to watch them now. But there was effort that went into them, and the end product was something I was really happy with. Then I made a dark choice. I started doing Let's Play videos. That was also always the plan. I don't know how Pokemon cards got me involved in any point, because I had never planned on doing Pokemon card unboxings. Why am I doing this? The actual first video that I ever made is lost to time forever, because it never got uploaded. I had placed the camera on a Yu-Gi-Oh tin on my desk, pointed at my computer, and I played through an emulator of Mega Man, I think Mega Man 1. At some point while doing that, whole thing fell over. Camera hit the desk, hit the floor, and I look back at the footage, and the audio's gone. And I'm terrified I broke it. So I quickly do a test recording, I delete that footage, I do a new test recording, just to see if the sound works. It works fine. And I'm like, okay, this is a sign I should not play Mega Man 1 right now. And then I never played Mega Man 1 on the channel again. But after I learned how to edit, I finally was like, well, I can do some Let's Plays. And then I did a bunch of Flash games. The Flash games were always the more popular ones. They never got any views. They were terrible. Every single one was terrible, but the Flash games would always tend to get more views than the other games that I would do, which came back to haunt me later. But I also sprinkled in some other games to record. The biggest one was probably Undertale. I never finished the Undertale series on my channel, but I recorded the whole thing. I still have all those video files. I can still upload it. I'm planning on doing something with it. You might see it one day. The problem is the quality is so bad. I was still pointing a camera at a screen. That's not good. In fact, it was really bad because I don't show my face in videos, and my screen was very reflective. So I'd kneel on my chair so that my head would be above where the reflection was. So if you watch any of those videos, anytime there's a reflection, you can just see my shirt. And it was the most uncomfortable thing. I hated it so much. Undertale, I almost didn't get through that series at points because it was so... I remember it was so hot that year, and I just had to keep going back up and just burn alive while kneeling upright in a chair. I just kind of hated it. I almost didn't get through Undertale, which would have been sad, especially because the series is incredibly important, because I was very socially anxious on camera and in general at the time, and just talking to a camera about a game that's just genuinely really good and very funny and cool to play through and experience for the first time was really good for me. It helped me a lot. I'm still bad on camera on my own. I'm hoping that this editing can carry me. This editing's got a clutch because I am choking hard on the commentary. The other big important series from that era, actually I should hold these closer to the camera, I think, was the Terraria Hardcore. My friends were quoting that for years afterwards. I'll still quote stuff from it. It was so dumb. And after it was over, I had made sure I was like, I'm going to try it again. No matter what happens, I'm going to try it again. And 10-year anniversary, I did try it again. In the year of the 10th anniversary of my channel, I did try it again. The new Terraria Hardcore is really fun. I'm enjoying it so far. Still haven't finished recording all the sessions. Uh-oh. Working on one right now. So the next era is a very, very short period. I finally stopped pointing a camera at my computer. The reason I was doing that the whole time was OBS did not work on my old laptop. For whatever reason, it just was not compatible with it. I never found out why. It just never worked. And so I had to turn to alternatives. These alternatives didn't work super well. Can't remember what the name of it even was, but it's probably better I don't say it for very specific reasons that will become apparent later. I recorded 2 videos with that screen recorder. It was QWOP and Sonic Omochai Edition, Part 1, Chameleons Ruin Everything. 2 rage games. The point is for them to make you angry, and I can finally confess this. I played QWOP, and I wasn't really getting mad at it, but I knew that's what you were supposed to do, and that the content would be better if I got mad at it, so I pretended. And then it got worse, because I found out very quickly a cheese strategy that would just allow me to beat the game. I found it within like 3 minutes, and I was almost beating the entire game already. I was like, okay, that's not good. And so I intentionally threw, but then I just beat it, and then it was over. And that's kind of the way I was with rage games, because like when I knew the point of the game was to make you angry, I could kind of just be like, yeah, annoying things are gonna happen, that's why I'm playing the game. But when things happen outside of your control, it's a little bit different. Sonic Omochai Edition, I believe at the time, was the most angry I've ever gotten at a video game. And there's a reason. That capture card I was using, I didn't know a little evil secret about it. If you recorded more than 10 minutes of footage with a program designed to record footage, if I remember correctly, it was all of the audio throughout the entire thing would be gone. So I record myself, I think, either beating it or getting pretty far into the first level. Check the capture, it's corrupted. I record again for like 20 minutes, check the capture, it's corrupted. I do some tests, find out it's around the 10-minute mark. I can't see the capture card while I'm recording. I only have one monitor. I'm still using my laptop at this point. And so I have to kind of guess when 10 minutes is up and stop the recording before all the audio is gone. And that's fine, maybe. I should have probably set a timer or something to ensure that that could happen. I mean, I was used to that with my camera already. My camera could only record in 5 minutes. So I was like, 10 minutes? That's kind of an upgrade. So I was already used to that. And all you need to do for this is just stop and start. You don't need to wait for the camera to process. But I already recorded like the whole video twice. So I was a little upset. And then the game's designed to make you mad. Again, I've never been so mad at a game. And then footage corrupts again. So long story short, I had decided that was the last gameplay video I was ever going to upload. I was going to just commit fully to plush videos from that moment on. But what was happening with the plush videos during that time? It's a trainer card that's born. Oh, it's 2 trainer cards. Maybe it's 4 from the back then. And the videos were starting to get a little bit larger in scope as well. You had the plush election. The next era truly starts because I got myself a new camera, which was great for a couple reasons. One, this camera could record up to, I think it was like 3 hours of footage, which isn't too much, but it's way better than 5 minutes. Might have been 10 minutes. I've been saying that wrong the entire time. Go back to my first plush video, that's how long the camera could record for. And with that new camera, I was able to actually do some cool new things. I made what soon became my favorite plush video for a long time, which was, why is this one upside down? Let me try 4 from the back. That was 3 from the back. One way to find out. This doesn't seem right. Anyway, I made one of what became my favorite plush video at the time, The Quest for the Camera Part 1. The video still kind of holds up. A couple issues with it, but it's what it is. Another big thing that started in that era, probably the biggest thing, would be This Is Not the News, which I do intend to finish. I'm still working on the next episode. Next episode will be the Eggman episode. Spoilers, I kind of gave that away with the ending of the previous. But yeah, that one, I've been working on it off and on since the last one came out. So for about 2 years now, I've just been working on it. I have so much I need to do still. But when it comes out, it will probably be the greatest thing I've ever done. So I hope that makes it worth it. This Is Not the News ballooned so quickly. Originally, I figured it would be 7 episodes. And then I got to episode 7, I hadn't even started the story yet. There was a moment I thought that was going to be towards the end of that series, which was, what did I end up calling it? The beginning. Originally was going to be towards the end of the series, and not only did I realize at some point it was probably closer to the midway point, and then I realized again it's probably closer to the start, all things considered. A lot of the earlier episodes were not that long, and not only that, but that episode was so big I had to split it into a 2-parter, and Of the End is the second part of that. I realized I had not planned the series out very well. The first like 7 parts should have been like 2 videos, but it was never supposed to be a series when I started it anyway. And then something really cool happened in the shooting of the episode Of the End. There's a scene in which everyone's supposed to be getting tossed out of a castle window, and to sell it I wanted to have the camera moving downwards with them. Actually I wanted it to be a POV shot from Knuckles' point of view, him falling, in slow motion while multiple other characters get thrown out. And I just have the camera on the tripod, I'm slowly moving it down, and then at some point I let go because I think I've hit the bottom, and it slides the rest of the way down and goes dong, the loudest noise it could have once it hits the bottom. I'm worried I broke it. I look at it, I test everything seems fine. Everything was not fine. If you've watched any of my plush videos from after that video, anything after that video was shot, you might have heard a mysterious sound. And that was the camera. And I don't know why, but it would just make that noise now. I couldn't hear it while I was recording. You could only hear it in the playback, which was great. You also couldn't hear it in the playback from the camera's speakers because the audio quality was so low it would just get muffled. But you could hear it in the videos. And so I kind of slowed down because that was pretty demotivating to just have a random noise that sometimes would show up that would be so loud it would drown out everything else at a given time and sound like a helicopter taking off and kind of kill the vibe a little bit. But I did still put out videos that had that sound in it for some reason. But something else started happening around that time, which is very important, is I got a new computer and it could run OBS, which meant I could do gameplay videos without any hassle. And so I started doing those again, even though I thought I never would. What I did differently was I recorded mainly multiplayer. Just did a little test, I believe a Minecraft session with some friends. It went really well, I liked how it turned out, and I kept doing it. In 2021, I had decided new goal, 2 videos a week, upload Friday and Tuesday, Friday, and do that the whole year. And I really didn't, but I did get a lot of videos uploaded, more than I think any other year. And they were really bad, but I had a lot of them. And the whole point of it was to kind of get better at doing it. I kind of did, but kind of didn't. At a point I was stagnating completely. And the other big thing that caused was I was doing so much of that, there wasn't really any time for plush videos. So plush videos kind of completely stopped. And then one day, I was like, you know what, I want to make another plush video again. So I got up, I went to the camera, clicked the power button, and it just didn't turn on anymore. So no more dealing with the weird sound issues, but also it's dead. So, can't do anything. So I just went back to more gameplay videos. By like 2022 or 3, I started trying to put a little more effort into it. There was a Gary's Mod video. I can't remember its title right now. But it was the first time I ever tried to animate anything in Gmod for a video. And I thought that was pretty funny and cool, and I think it worked out well. And then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep doing this in the future. And then I made a test, like Gmod sandbox video to try a new editing style. I made a little test TTT video to try a different new editing style. And I liked both. I combined both together a little bit, took little pieces from each. And I ended up with my weird, over-edited, super over-the-top, like, style I have now to some extent, but it would be nowhere near as evolved as it is today without the first Stardew Valley video, which was pretty big just because it gave me a different new principle. Something I've been planning on doing for a very long time, still planning on it to this day, but it's going to require a lot of work, was a Deltarune video. And my entire purpose of that was I was going to edit it in the most insane way possible, where you could no longer tell what was happening in the game and what I was editing in. I wanted to make it seem like the most insane, ridiculous session of Deltarune of all time. I wanted to make everything a little weird. I wanted to make the Let's Player, me in this case, be someone who actively existed and could interact with things within the game and was like a separate entity. Still want to do all of that, but I have a bunch of other projects I'm working on now, and that's going to take some time. But I took a lot of the principles of try to make it seem like the edits are a part of the game and put them into the Stardew Valley videos, and that's something that I have kept doing for a while, where I will just try to make something look convincing from time to time and make it seem like that's weird that shouldn't be happening. It's not the best, but I try. And I think I'm slowly getting better and better at that, which is neat and cool. And that's kind of really influenced my editing style to this day. And now we're here. I was rewatching a bunch of my older videos, and I realized I don't make a lot of stuff just because I want to anymore. I've kind of fallen into a routine, and I think I'm gonna try to switch things up. We'll see if I actually do or not. One thing I'm definitely going to do is actually start working on plush videos again on a new channel, because that's what I've already started doing. I have some cool stuff planned with it. Hopefully it ends up good. I'll put like a link in the description, I guess, when the channel's made, but I need to actually finish making some of the content for it first. On this channel, I'm still probably going to make Stardew Valley videos, Interior Hardcore videos. Those two series are very important to me. That said, I'm going to take a break soon from the Stardew Valley videos, as we're approaching a section that I am deeming the season finale, at least as of now. I don't know if it will still be by the time it comes out, but we'll see. It's a huge episode. These episodes were recorded like years ago, and I am just taking forever to get to them and get them edited because it's just taking so long. But I know what happens. I know how crazy this one's gonna be, and there's no way I'm not gonna do something special for it. But like, it's been a long time of doing them, and I think it's time for a break and for me to work on some things else for a little while. So end of season 1, then a break, not for a little while longer. I think it's like the 19th of fall seems like a good time. I don't really remember when it was years ago. That just leaves the Terraria Hardcores, but if you've been watching them, you'll notice that we've kind of been beating a boss per episode, and considering the series goal was only beating the Wall of Flesh, I mean, if we keep up at this rate, there's like 3 or 4, maybe 5 more parts before we beat the wall. And if we fail to keep up at this rate, we likely all die, and the series ends a lot faster. So no matter what way you spin it, I don't think there's much left of it. And then after that, I don't really know. There might be some more single-player stuff, because despite my self-deprecation on how much I'm fumbling this, I do think I'm better at talking to a camera now than I was back then, so possible. I'm working on a video right now that's single-player, calling it Knuckles Adventure. Might be out one day, we'll see. I still want to work on the Sven co-op videos, or the Half-Life 1 multiplayer videos. Those just take actual years to make from how much I need to do with the footage recreation, so it is what it is. Whatever the future holds, I'll probably still be making stuff. I don't see a world where I'm not, so whatever that may be. This is a lame card to end on. I don't think these packs have anything cool in them though anyway, so I don't care. I guess the last thing I'll say, although I don't know how many people are gonna watch this, I don't really care. This one is just kind of for me. But if you've watched at any point throughout the 10-year channel history, thanks. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to stay around and watch more, feel free. I don't mind. It gives me more views. Anyway.
That way there. If I can, like, stop the glare of the sun.
Hey, Silver. Hey? Ha 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 ha! It is I, the evil Pronto, the one who will end up destroying everyone.
Okay, guys, this is a brief introduction video.
This is my first gaming video. No, boss, we're gonna wear him straight into them.
Hello, guys, and finally making this video after like several failed attempts.
Hey guys, I'm back again with Coma. Oh. Oops, sorry about that.
Okay. 1 minute, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Hit the second chameleon! You hit the second chameleon! What?
Is this where I sign up to become president of the plushy place?
The answer is
A double. Breaking news. This is not the news. Breaking news. More lies from Panda? So I said to the guy, if you even dare do that again, I'm gonna punch you so hard that you're going to never be able to walk again.
I was a swapper the whole time! You fool!
That's twice I've fallen for that.
This time I won't instantly die due to being dumb. Anyway, I hereby declare the defendant must have left not guilty. Yeah, I hereby sentence you in contempt of court. That would be scary if someone sabotaged lights.
They're in my
You're
store.
legit owning a store named Drugs, and there's
They're
caches.
in my. Did you not see the shelves? They're full of.
Willie's got my fishing rod already.
Trey.
There is no train, I do not see train. You'll have to push me off. You'll have to push me off. I got spaghetti. I'm gonna try to clip back out. Action.
The glow of summer has faded now, and the moonlight jellies carry on toward the great unknown.
What a great way to end the summer.
I don't know when I'm gonna post my next video. It might be sometime soon, but I'm also going to be doing gaming and other stuff, fun stuff, really fun stuff. So that's about it, and goodbye.
With that said, I guess, the only thing left to say is, hello neighbor, like, subscribe, bell. 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 Hello neighbor, like, subscribe.